Hi there, welcome to the Nomadic Owl Oracle's first month reading for Taurus of January of 2019. My name is Jessica and I am new to this. I normally do not do video readings, so this is something I have not done before but was requested to. So a couple things that I want you to keep in mind. This is a general reading. It's not going to be for everybody. It's for whoever it resonates for at the time that I do the reading. I apologize if it doesn't resonate with you, but please also keep in mind this is for your sun, moon, and rising sign. So if it doesn't resonate with you on this sign, maybe check your other signs. If you're not familiar with what your sun, moon, and rising signs are, you could visit Cafe Astrology, or you could also visit on Google and be able to find, and be able to find more information there as well. So, to get started, I will let you know I'm not like many other readers. I do what I feel compelled to do, what I'm told to do. I do what my guides show me I need to show you at this time. So keep that in mind while I do this reading, okay? The energies aren't necessarily, if you see a man on a card, it doesn't mean that if you're a woman that it doesn't apply to you. It could apply to you. It's an energy. So vice versa as well. So keep that in mind. And this applies to general. So it could be love, finance, your home life, anything like that. So just keep this in mind while I go ahead and do this reading. So I have already pre-shuffled the cards. I apologize, Taurus, but I tried to do your reading last night 3 different times and my phone kept dying. So I apologize about that, but hopefully today we have a better chance of making this work. So I left your cards out that I received last night. Normally I do try to shuffle on camera, but to cut down on time, hopefully my phone won't die. We'll be able to do this now. So for the overall that you had for this month is going to be the King of Cups. So I'm not sure if you can see this. It's Jon Snow. It is from my Game of Thrones tarot deck. And, Jon Snow is a very noble person. He was born a bastard and he has rose to his claim for being of power. He's very compassionate, very caring, very intelligent, very handsome, But in general, I apologize if you hear my cats in the background. In general, the King of Cups would embody, feelings, emotions, being able to help others, having compassion, being with your normal self, your love, and things like that, and embodying, a level-headed person per se, okay? So the general vibe for this month for you, Taurus, is that you're trying to help people, you're trying to be balanced, you're trying to show your love and affections for others that might need it at this time. The first card that you had after that is the Hierophant. Okay, so when you see this, the Hierophant, it talks about stability within an organization, like a marriage, a partnership, a job, a huge, large corporation, something like that. So, in those type of situations, there's these rules and regulations and, you have to go by the book and you have to do what they want you to do, stuff like that. So that's what that applies to. The second card that you have is the Emperor. However, you have it in reversed. So with the Emperor in reverse, this is speaking of maybe you've had a situation that has happened that has caused you to lose your balance, that has caused you to lose your faith, your stability, your normal power that you would have. So for example, you have the Hierophant, maybe it was a job, a relationship, it could be love, it could be family, friends, something like that, or like school that has taken you away from being who you truly are. That's what this is speaking of. The next card that you have after that is the Temperance card. So the Temperance card speaks of being able to balance a situation, being able to find a way to make it work, like the scales. You find, okay, well, I have to do this for work, but I need to do this for my family, or I need to do this for myself. So you're coming about to a point in your life where you're able to bring that in and bring in the balance that you need in your life. You're looking into it, you're researching it, and trying to find a way to make everything work out for everybody involved to the best possibility that you can. The last card that you have for this month is the Seven of Coins. So when you see this card, The coins are all about your foundations, money, being stable, things like that. When you see this card in a reading, that would talk of, okay, 7 of coins. He has this plant there with him. You see it, and he has all the little coins growing on the plant. So he's planted these seeds to be prosperous, to have the abundance that he's wanting in his life. Now he's tending to them to help them come into fruition, to be what he needs them to be. So, in your situation, you've had all these things happen and you don't feel like yourself anymore because something's taken you away from who you would normally be. You're trying to balance that. It's saying to be patient, because what you have reaped is about to come and be sowed. It is going to come into fruition. It just takes time. So don't lose your focus and don't lose your hope into this situation. This is my intuitive on these cards. Now I'm going to read to you from the book what it actually says. But I do want to show you the deck so you can see it if you're interested. It's the Game of Thrones Tarot, like I said, from HBO. On here, it doesn't actually say who published these other than HBO, so I apologize about that, so I don't know. However, I did want to show you that because I felt that you might want to see that. So, with the King of Cups, I'm going to read to you what the book says. That way you have a different point of view on it. I just gave you my personal intuitive opinion that I was picking up on. So it says the key meaning is steadiness, warmth, resolution, and emotions. It says this king is often an advisor, academic, artist, or business person, and in the tarot generally represents the ideal male partner. Kind and charismatic, he is sensitive to others, but his inability to deal with his own strong emotions means he can appear distant. Applied to a situation, take a balanced view in order to heal a dispute. Also, be reassured that you can manage your emotions when the pressure is on. So this is talking about, you're very strong in your feelings this month, and you need to find a balance to keep things from getting you to where you might react in a negative way. You don't want to react negatively. You don't want to put too much out there that people can feed off on and make it just a worse situation. So the first card that you had, other than your overall, was the Hierophant. And what he stands for is unity, orthodoxy, divinity, divine law, connection, alliance, and commitment. The Hierophant has diverse meanings, from traditional religion to spiritual knowledge to educational opportunities. Overall, this card denotes unity, connecting mind, body, and soul, or making a key commitment. The card can also represent following or becoming an inspiring spiritual leader, mentor, or teacher at this time. The additional meanings are career, progress, and marriage. So, like I was saying, you have these obligations where you are kind of committed to a certain situation, whether it be a job, a relationship, a partnership, with a friend, family, something like that, school. You are committed to that, but you have to find the balance in it, because sometimes these kind of situations, they will take more from you than what you're willing to give, and they deplete you, like it was shown with the Emperor in reverse. So with the Emperor in reverse, I'm going to read you the meaning that it states on this. It says the Emperor generally stands for the patriarch, authority, protection, support, courage, order, and structure. But when reversed, the card shows a power imbalance, so you may feel controlled or bullied in a situation. The reversed Emperor can also reveal greed, boundary disputes, and overall unfair pressure. So whatever this circumstance is, it's making you feel like it's not fair to you. It's not fair to your outside life outside of that situation. So you're going to have to find a way to balance the situation with the Temperance, like it was referring to. You have to find a way to make it work if you want to stay in this situation. Whether it be love, work, or whatever it is, you have to do what's best for you in this circumstance. But make sure that you keep your balance and make sure you keep your emotions under wrap, because there might be a situation that causes you to get really upset and want to react emotionally. So the next card that you have was the Temperance card. And that stands for balance, adjustment, resources, guidance, choices, moderation, and reconciliation. So this card, it says you may be managing a huge workload, balancing budgets, or negotiating with demanding people. Carefully assess your priorities, and you will get the balance right. Give others what they need in reasonable measure, but conserve your energy too. Make time to schedule, plan, and care for your own needs. Overall, the card asks you to redress whatever is out there and whatever is out of kilter in your life. The additional meaning is connecting with guides and the angels at this time. So this is saying that maybe you need to meditate. Maybe you need to call in your guides, your ancestors and God, and ask them, what do I need to do to balance the situation? What can I do to make the situation better? What can I do to help everyone involved, but to find balance so I'm not being drained, so I'm not having my energy stolen from this situation. So the last card that you had from this, without our clarifiers, is going to be the Seven of Coins. And it says the meaning is potential, effort, expansion, and results. So the 7 shows potential success. If you expected better results by now, don't spend too long analyzing if you are in the right business or have made the right choices. This 7 shows you will succeed eventually. The key is to keep going and put in consistent effort even when the work is tedious. Don't turn back. So it's saying that right now with all the crap you got going on, you're like, damn man, I don't want this. I didn't sign up for this. This is not okay. I need to find balance. I don't feel okay with this. I'm overwhelmed. I need peace. I want balance. It's saying don't give up on what you set out to originally attain when you started this. Whether it is you leaving a job, whether it is you going to school, whether it is a relationship, give it time. It needs time to grow. Sometimes we get in relationships or into jobs and we expect it to be like the problem solver and everything's going to be wonderful and perfect, and then things happen and you're like, shit, this is not what I expected. However, if you feel strongly about the place that you're working for, the connection that you're in, your love relationship, whatever this case may be for you, because this is general, keep in mind that, all things take time. Like if it's a new situation, it takes time to gain your balance. It takes time to get adjusted. It takes time to get to where you feel comfortable in that situation, where you know all the ins and outs of it, where hey, this isn't okay with me, and they know it too. So just make sure that you're defining your boundaries, but you're not doing it aggressively. Make sure that you're just like, hey, look, I'm not okay with this. We need to figure out a way to make this work, but I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm tired. I need my life back. I need my peace back. I want to have more of a balance in my life. So make sure you voice that when you voice it, that you do it tactfully, okay? So for our clarifier cards that you received the Thinker. And so you also received Why. I don't know if you can see that. And then you received Building Blocks, okay? So the Thinker, okay? This card is talking about taking time away from a situation and looking at it from all angles. Being able to see something for what it truly is. Not just basing things on your emotions, your feelings, and your personal connection to a situation. It talks about being balanced, being honest with yourself, being honest about the situation, seeing it for what it truly is. Then the next card that you have was the Why. So this is where a situation where you might be like, why did this happen? Why am I feeling like this? What is going on? Why is this going on? What can I do? It's like when you're taking time out to figure out the whys and what could have been and what would have been and all that in a situation where you're questioning things, because you don't feel comfortable at this time. The next card that you have is Building Blocks. So this card speaks of, starting from a foundation. You're building your foundation and whatever it is you're pursuing at this time. It just takes time. A building block, you don't just build a house like in a day. It takes time. You have to set the foundation. You have to build the structure. You have to go in and build the walls and all the stuff that goes into building a house. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes effort. So keep that in mind, Yeah, you may not be exactly where you want to be. Yeah, you might feel overwhelmed right now because stuff is crazy. I'm seeing it right here. It's been crazy. It's been overwhelming. But you're going to be okay. You are on the right path. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that was my intuitive side for these cards. I'm going to read to you what it says in the book. And that was from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. It's one of my favorite decks that I use. I like it because it's very precise in what it tells you into certain situations. So for the thinker, it's saying, bear with me guys. Like I said, I don't normally do video readings, so I'm not used to people staring at me the whole time unless they're here with me while I'm doing the reading. So the meaning of this card is strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information that you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life that you're playing right now. So it's saying look at things logically. Don't look at them, like I said, from an emotional or, connected standpoint. Look at it like if you were an outsider. How would you react to this? What would you do? What would you recommend to a friend if they were in this kind of situation, is what it's saying to you. Stop it, guys. Sorry, my cats are fighting. I don't know why they want to get crazy every time I do a reading, but they have to, act like turds, and that's what cats do. But anyways, I love them very much. They're just a handful. Okay, so the next card that you have was why. And so that card is talking about, the meaning is motives, driving intention, the power of knowing the why. So the message is, there is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfilling the situation and to feeling fulfilled. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it, this invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. So it's saying to you, at this time, focus on, why you're working so hard, why you're in this situation, what put you in this situation to begin with, what made you choose to go down this route. And once you understand that, then it will propel you to move forward. It will show you, okay, well, I chose this job because I thought I would make more money, but right now I'm making money, but not what I expected. So you have to sit and think about it. Okay, well, is this worth me continuing to invest in? Is there something that I need to do to draw in the money that I expected when I first started this position? Something such as that. Or like a relationship. Why did I start this relationship? Was it because I love this person, or was it sexual? Is there something that I wanted to build here? What's currently going on in this situation? Sorry, my cat is being crazy. What's currently going on in this situation? What can I do to get me to where I want to be? So you're having to be honest with yourself, okay? Is this fitting the mold that you wanted it to? If not, then maybe you need to readjust some things in your life at this time, is what it's saying to you. And then the last card that you have was the building blocks card. So this card, the meaning of it is strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. So before I even start into that, a beautiful work in progress, just like the 7 of coins that you had. You've already set your foundation, okay? It may seem like it's not exactly what you want it to be at this time. However, over a duration of time, it will end up blossoming into what you're trying to produce. If not that, maybe something even better. So keep in mind, things take time. Be patient. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're only human, okay? And you can only do so much at certain times. If you're tired, rest. If you need to take a vacation and you're able to, take a vacation. If you need to learn a way and tell your boss, hey, look, I need to spend more time with my kids. I need to spend more time with my husband, or I need a break, please. You're putting too much work on me. Be honest with people. That way they know where you're coming from and they can help you attain what you're trying to attain at this time. So it says the message is you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on your foundations that you're building upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true to you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making choices that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. So it's saying that, yeah, you need to focus. I'm so sorry, guys. My hair is just crazy. It's saying you need to focus on, hey, I set this foundation. It's going to take a little bit of time. Just be patient. It's hard to be patient. Believe me, I know I have a really hard time being patient at times. But what this is saying overall is just bear with yourself. Bear with your circumstances. You're human. You're not some magical person that can just make everything happen instantaneously. If you are, please let me know, because I want to learn how to do that. Just saying. So be patient with yourself. Be patient with your circumstances. Communicate, but communicate from a level-headed standpoint. Don't overreact to situations. Don't put too much like anger into a situation, because it might blow up in your face. Is what it's saying to you. But I hope that this helped you. It provided you the information that you needed for this month. Keep in mind that this could apply for the month of January. It could apply for before January or after January. This is a general read, so I don't put timestamps on these readings. Another thing is, if you would like a personal reading, please visit my Facebook page, The Nomadic Owl Oracle, and you can contact me on there. I do offer the 8-card spreads for $20. And I have no timestamps on those as well. So if you need anything else or have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in February, and I hope that you have a great January. Thank you. Bye.